So, yeah, I saw your profile on Wikipedia. You started playing at the age of 10 and you played in two different countries and studied at Oxford. So, what does actually cricket mean to you?
It's a good question. I think it is a sport that
So, everyone dreams of playing international cricket, but hardly very few makes it. So, being an international cricket, what are the revenue sources players can have in Germany and Europe?
a few times and suddenly I get a bit more confident and those nerves settle down. But first six balls, it doesn't matter if you're playing in the park with your friends or in an international game, those nerves are always there. Smile on your face, and I guarantee you'll come off the pitch with a smile on your face as well, because you will have had a good time whether you've won or lost. If you can keep that enjoyment, whether you're 16 or 66, because of course cricket is a game that can be played until, into your old age. So I think if you keep that enjoyment, then that's the most important thing, and everything else, all the successes will follow on from that.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of CED TALKZ, where we explore stories that inspire, inform, and leave you with a spark of curiosity. I'm Cedric George, your host. Today we have an incredible guest, an international cricketer representing Germany who is breaking boundaries. She is an cricketing icon. The world that passion has no boundaries. Christina Gough, international cricketer, athlete, and one of the leading voices in women's cricket for Germany. From balancing sports, academics, and leadership to becoming one of the key faces in international women's cricket. It's all about Christina's journey. We will explore her journey into cricket, how she made it big, uh, and many more, her strategies and all. Welcome back to CED TALKZ, Christina. How are you?
Thank you very much for having me. I'm very well, thank you.
So, first of all, thank you so much for joining. You've been busy, still you managed your time. Few questions I got for you. Shall I proceed?
Yes, please do.
Yeah. Krishna, your profile is quite unique. You've been bouncing between Hamburg and Birmingham. That's a unique setup. So, how do you shape your cricketing journey as a person which identify two culture into cricket?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. So I was born in Germany and I grew up in England. Obviously, Germany doesn't quite have as much of a cricketing culture as England.
Right.
But growing up in England, especially around the 2005 Ashes, it was an exciting time to start getting into cricket. And growing up in England, I played a lot, but I still had to often explain to my family in Germany, my grandparents, what cricket was. And I don't think they quite understood it until they came and visited and watched a game. But obviously now cricket is growing in Germany as well, which is great to see. But I think I still have a lot of both of the cultures, and I try to balance those as much as possible.
So, yeah, I saw your profile on Wikipedia. You started playing at the age of 10 and you played in two different countries and studied at Oxford. So, what does actually cricket mean to you?
It's a good question. I think it is a sport that's opened up so many doors to me. Obviously, it's a sport that I love, and I have been very lucky to play it for a long time now. And maybe my 10-year-old self back then never would have dreamed that it would take me to so many places, meet so many exciting people. I mean, I've played all over the world. I've played on an island in the North Sea, in Rwanda, Oman, Australia, America. And cricket is just such a wonderful sport that unites people across the world. And some of the people I've met along the way, I think that's been the best part of the journey as well.
So, yeah, in India, cricket is celebrated, is worshipped more than anything. So, yeah, it's a big thing in India for cricketers. Means, I mean, they in India, we Indians follow cricketers ultimately more than anyone. So, how do you fell in love with cricket and the passion for your game?
I think it came quite early. So I think I put a lot of emphasis on enjoying the game. And some of my most fun memories have just been playing either with my brother in my garden at home
Yeah.
or playing with my friends. I think sometimes when you kind of move into competitive cricket, it's easy to forget that it's supposed to be a game, it's supposed to be fun. So just those kind of informal games, even now playing club cricket with my friends, they're the times that I really fall in love with cricket because yes, being in a competitive and high profile environment is great, but there's a lot of pressure in that. And sometimes it's nice to remember why you started playing cricket in the first place, and that's because it's fun. And that's the times when I really remember how exciting cricket is as a sport. And obviously, when you do well, it's more fun as well. Cricket can be quite brutal. If you get a first ball duck or you don't bowl very well, sometimes you think this is the worst sport in the world. So it's a game that's very much kind of based on failure. But when you do have those successes or when you're just having a great time, I think those are the memories to treasure.
So it's a pressure always there when you step into the ground, audience watching you, uh, telecast and everything. It's live out there. Yeah, always that pressure will be there for cricketers. So you have been one of those players in the Germany national side with some serious T20 numbers, many making it big innings. What's running through the head first six balls when you're playing?
Honestly, the first six balls, I'm still quite nervous. So it's don't get out. I know the answer you people will probably want to hear is, I'm confident and I know this is going to be a great innings, but I think everyone who goes out to bat is still nervous, whether they like to admit it or not, because as we know in cricket, especially in batting, it could all be over in one ball. So I think the first six balls, I'm just trying to kind of ease myself into it, settle down those nerves. And then when I get my innings up and running a few runs and felt the ball off the middle of the bat a few times, then suddenly I get a bit more confident and those nerves settle down. But first six balls, it doesn't matter if you're playing in the park with your friends or in an international game, those nerves are always there.
Yeah, there's always pressure. First six balls you mentioned. Yeah. So you're an all-rounder. You are fielding, you are bowling, you are batting. How do you juggle that, all these things? And how do you prioritize one discipline over the others? Because you're doing simultaneously multiple things. It's very, I would say it's very difficult. You're fielding, you're doing, because being an all-rounder, you had to set up all the expectations. You're managing all these expectations. So how do you juggle these things?
Yeah, absolutely. It's hard to juggle. And when I was growing up, I was actually far more of a bowler. So I didn't
Yeah.
really focus on my batting at all. And now as I've got older, I've often opened the batting for Germany and then the bowling has taken a back seat. So I suppose because I always had that foundation in bowling, it was always easy to go back to that. And then batting is something I've just developed as I go along. And of course, fielding is something that's become far more important in the professional game, obviously in the international game, both men's and women's. It's no longer just kind of the thing you do when you're waiting to bowl. So trying to keep up with that as well. And that's a lot about just repetition and getting, especially during those winter months, making sure you keep ticking over, doing some catching, making sure your hands don't go too soft and don't forget what it feels like to have a cricket ball in them. But it is difficult to juggle. I think probably I prioritize nowadays batting a bit more. Bowling, I feel like, is maybe more like riding a bike. You can always go back to bowling, especially on AstroTurf where we play in Germany. It's
Yeah.
difficult to hone your skills as a bowler because you don't get anything off the pitch really. I'm lucky I'm quite tall, so I get bounce. But I think it's at the moment I'm focusing more on my batting and my bowling just is coming through years of practice.
So something I admire about cricketers, like, so I often play at weekends. So when we do like overarm or bowling, we get 1 or 2 hours we play, we get exhausted. So they are in the field. I mean, you are in the field for such a long time, this stamina and the managing the expectation part. So this brings me to the next question. You are not just playing cricket; you are also building a professional career into data analytics. Uh, this is something you are very much good. Or I would say excellent managing your time. How do you structure your week? How do you train, recover? without burning yourself out, because you're playing international career, managing the expectation, and of course you're doing professional career in data analytics.
Yeah, a lot of management of time is required. I suppose the
Yeah.
way that the German season is structured is that it gets intense for a short period of time. So we go on a tour or we have qualifiers, and that's a very intense month or so. And then during the winter months, it maybe gets a bit quieter just because Germany's quite a big country as well. So we can't always meet up to train. So then during those quieter months, that's when I maybe focus on my job and focus on other things, other hobbies, friends, family. But there's certainly times where I feel like I need to clone myself to be in 4 or 5 different places at once. I think about managing expectations for yourself and also with others. So sometimes it has been the case that I haven't been able to make a training because I play football as well. So it's about being true and honest with others to tell them what they can expect from you and vice versa, because the one thing you don't want to do is kind of set the expectations so high and then let yourself and let others down. So knowing with myself, being honest with myself about what I can achieve every week, every month, every year, and then trying to make a plan from there. And then hopefully in the future, being able to clone myself.
So this is what every cricketer, every athlete go through, managing expectation. It's a
Mm,
constant journey. No matter like you have, so Krishna, you had many success stories in the past in cricketing journey, but still the managing the journey, the managing the expectation, they had to go through all the challenges still every day, right?
mm.
They had to go to the on the field managing the expectation. Yeah. So let's say young girl anywhere in the world, seeing your cricketing journey. So you take it as inspiration. Wants to play international cricket. What 3 practical things they should start doing today?
3 practical things.
Yeah,
I'd say maybe it's not practical, but
yeah,
enjoy it because it's still a sport, it's still a game at the end of the day. And I think I'm very much supportive of the fact that you play your best cricket when you're enjoying it. I'd say don't neglect fielding. Fielding is one of the most important. Well, there's three things in cricket, and it's equally as important as batting and bowling. And I'd say manage your time and be disciplined. And discipline doesn't mean that you never do anything else, that you never have fun, that you never kind of spend time with your friends and family. I think you have to have discipline to allow yourself to have time for that and to allow yourself to recover and do things other than cricket, because especially for young girls or young boys growing up now, there is a path to earn a lot of money through cricket in the way that it maybe wasn't the case 20 years ago. So I think you still have to enjoy it. You still have to have time for other things, because cricket should only be one part of your life rather than your whole life. And that is the case whether you play club cricket all the way to international cricket or if you are a full professional. I think making sure that you recognize that it's only a small part of your life, and rather than it being all consuming, because I think that's the only healthy way to game. If you find the people in Germany who play cricket, they're just as passionate, if not more passionate about cricket, because you have to be passionate.
All right, Krishna, this is set fire round. One word you have to answer for these questions. So, if not cricket, which sport you would be playing professionally today?